What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for NEO with the ticker symbol NIO. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So here we have NEO, and it is breaking down lower, which was not shocking. It was expected. Either we could have seen a push up higher, which was a lower probability, or continuation to the downside. So in this case, we are seeing continuation to the downside. Looks like this gap is completely filled, almost in a few points left, and then it'll be completely filled. But overall, price is most likely going to be making a new low in this downtrend, so this can probably be taken at that low right there. Because in a price chart, you have two market participants, technically three: a buyer, seller, and a waiter. A waiter is someone who's not doing anything, that is neutral. So technically, you have three market participants. But if you're trading, you have two. So you have a buyer and a seller. So buyers have the stop losses below this level right here, because if price gets here, they don't want to hold their position because it can go much lower. So they want to get out. So it looks like price is coming towards those stop losses right around the mid $3 level. So good chance we'll probably see lower prices. Price is still below this trend line right here, which shows the bearish momentum is still strong, and price is below the EMA. So not bullish at all that price made two legs down and we didn't see the reversal take place, or a strong push up higher. It was very weak, and you can see that price was just consolidating, broke up higher. It was just a failed breakout higher right over here. So let me show you guys that right now. So let's go and erase that, and let's draw a channel. It'll be more clear. So it looks like price was finding support at the 430, and then resistance at the 448, and then you can see that price had a failed breakout higher right here on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday was a trap. So the trap was set, price reversed lower. So overall, still bearish for NEO in the macro and micro, and even the nano scale. Nano is the couple of bars to a couple of several bars. So still very bearish across the board. It doesn't matter what the deliveries are. It doesn't matter if Tesla buys this company. The trend is not reversing as of right now. The technicals are not showing that. I used to believe that the news drives the price, or the earnings drives the price, but then you start questioning, why does bad earnings drop the price, even several times. Like this has been going down for 3 years now. I think some people need to be reminded of that. You can see they made a top back in January of 2021. So it's more than 3 years. Next January will be 4 years. So it doesn't matter what happened all the way from here to here fundamentally. It really didn't, because most people rather have bad fundamentals and price just go up like that. So this is all just technicals. It doesn't matter what the fundamentals are. The technicals will override the fundamentals in the short term. Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years it can reverse, depending on what occurs, but the technicals will override the fundamentals 100% of the time, until maybe you see some 99% of the time, I would say, not 100%. Maybe you see some crazy thing come out, but even then, the technicals will probably give you a warning of something like that occurring. So in this case, watch, something might happen in the news where they say NEO, I don't know, going bankrupt or something, and then you'll see price just do that, even though the technicals are already showing a sharp decline in the future. I mean, what's stopping price from going to be dropping right here? Most likely, you're going to see some bad news come out, and then price will drop. So the technicals will tell you, not 100% of the time, but most of the time, what's going to be happening in the news. So it's news before it happens. So still bearish. I've been bearish for a while for NEO. I'm expecting a new low to be taken out. That's just what the technicals are telling me. I don't even have to look at the fundamentals, and it's still making lower lows, lower highs. So traders, when they pull up the chart, they're going for shorts. They don't care what the fundamentals are, and you can see that it's still looking bearish. Doesn't matter what's occurring. So maybe when we get at lower prices, things can change, but as right now, it's not looking good. Price is below the EMA, below the trend line, could not even push up higher. It barely pushed up higher, and it's still reversing. And it's looking like it's coming right to this level right here to stop out the longs. So we can go and draw a line right there. So this is where the stop losses are hiding, right here at the 359. So most likely, price is going to get there in the next couple of weeks and then break down lower. So NEO, bearish looking in the short term and long term. Looking at the weekly chart, it's clear what's going on. It's just a bubble that popped. Whenever price goes up a large amount and then it's overextended and it starts coming back down quickly, it usually comes back down to the starting point, and the starting point of this entire bubble was right over here. So we're right there. It could go a little bit lower. All-time lows is right sub $2 level, so we might even see NEO get there. And it's just not a bullish looking chart. Not much to say. For about a couple weeks now, it's been red, and there's a good chance we're going to see price tag that mid $3 level. So I'm expecting $3 level, mid $3 level, possibly even a breakdown lower. Is it guaranteed? No. Let's say price reverses from here. That's very, very unlikely. And we'll see what happens. But as right now, it's bearish across the board. We have this trend line in play right here, this big one, this small one. Price is below the EMA. We don't have a lot of support. We have a lot of room to the downside. It's just bad technicals after bad technicals. So bearish for NEO. Doesn't matter what the fundamentals are at the end of the day. So technicals will override the fundamentals. Eventually, people will wake up, after losing a lot of money. And then maybe in the future, you'll stay out of, stocks or anything that's in a severe downtrend. Unless it's in a macro uptrend. For example, let's say like the spider, right? The SPY, S&P 500. Sometimes it will be in a bear market for a year or even longer, but overall the trend is still a very, very long-term uptrend. So in that case, that short-term trend, even though it seems like a long-term, a few months to even several years, it can reverse higher because that macro trend is still up. But look at NEO. What is the trend? Well, it really doesn't have a trend because it's just it went up and then it just went down. So this is all the price action since its IPO back here in 2018. So it's not really in a uptrend. So it's going to be hard to reverse that price unless maybe it comes back down to the all-time lows, and then price can reverse off of that level. So we'll have to wait and see. But unfortunately, that's all I have for NEO on the daily and weekly charts. It's just bad news. Technically, it's breaking down lower, and then most likely we're going to see more downside for NEO. So that's all I have for NEO this week, Friday. Most likely I'll give you guys an update next week, Friday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.